Hello and welcome to Isaan Flicks. If you have ever been to or lived in Thailand, you may be aware that Thai culture is full of superstitions. The strong Buddhist influence which Thailand has experienced for centuries has instilled many unique beliefs and quirks into modern Thailand's daily life. Thais are very superstitious people, and there are many superstitions, beliefs and customs that have long been observed in Thailand. Some superstitions are about good luck, some are about bad luck. So, today I should tell you what I know about some of these superstitions and give you my opinion on some of them. So, let's begin. Firstly, has anyone noticed Thai people tend to wear yellow clothes on a Monday or green on Wednesdays? More on this later. Secondly, has anyone experienced finding the barber's shop open on a Wednesday in Thailand? I have found many Thai people to be superstitious. For example, your first contact with Thailand as a foreign traveller is often the taxi ride from the airport, as then you will immediately notice all the amulets hanging from the rear view mirror and perhaps small images of Buddha stuck on their dashboards. I do know Thai people like to go and see fortune tellers, but they also go to the temple to ask the monks for advice. They strongly believe there is a good day for everything, a good day to buy a car, a good day to build a house, or a good day to give birth. So, the monks would tell them what day is the best day to buy a car, even may advise on the colour of the car. Also, when building a house, the monks will be able to tell you what is a more auspicious day to start the construction. I have even heard of women who go to the temple to know what will be the best day to give birth, and then make an appointment on the given day to undergo cesarean section. There is, in my opinion, an endless list of Thai superstitions, but I shall try and cover a few of the ones I know. Many Thai people grew up with their grandparents, who may have had many beliefs and taboos they had to follow, and being a child they did so. However, times have changed, and nowadays these beliefs and taboos can easily be challenged on the internet, for example, and thereby learn the truth and aims behind them. But were they just beliefs or taboos, or were they a form of education in learning respect and discipline? In the olden days, Thais held a firm belief in superstitions and heeded the warnings of local sayings. Unexplainable circumstances such as an illness or dreams were linked to supernatural causes, and connections were often drawn between two seemingly unrelated occurrences. Such superstitions may sound completely bizarre in today's modern society, but were believable back in the day where traditional customs and rituals were practiced and a lack of scientific methods and evidence was present. Let's run through a few of these, but I shall start with the colours of the day. This is a Thai superstition based on a combination of astrological and ancient Hindu beliefs, as well as respect for the previous king, the present king's father, who was said to have been born on a Monday, and recommended Thais should wear certain colours on certain days, as well as avoid colours on particular days. Thai people are very specific about the colour of their clothes in determining how the day progresses. In fact, a chart has been devised to state what colour is auspicious for 7 days in a week based on the Hindu faiths and beliefs. So on Sunday, wear red and try to avoid blue. On Monday, wear yellow, and in particular wearing yellow for the late king, but try to avoid wearing red clothes. On Tuesday, wear pink and try to avoid yellow and white. Now, on Wednesday daytime, wear green and try to avoid pink. Wednesday nighttime, wear grey and avoid orange and red. On Thursdays, wear orange, but avoid purple. On Friday, wear light blue, but avoid black and dark blue. Then finally on Saturday, wear purple and try to avoid the colour green. Then do not wear black on Fridays and try to avoid wearing it at a wedding or when visiting a sick Thai, as wearing a black dress is considered a symbol of sorrow for mourning and therefore a curse to a quicker death. But during Songkran, wear a flowered pattern for the prosperous Thai New Year. So, when in Thailand, choose your colours carefully. Thais do believe wearing the right colour on the right day will bring good luck, although most people don't really seem to follow this practice as much, but some people do wear or carry a small piece of clothing like a tie or handkerchief, even a handbag, which is of the correct colour for the day. As I mentioned, many salons and barbers might be closed on Wednesdays, which was the case when I first came to Thailand, but nowadays many are open in the bigger cities. One reason for this is based on the Thai solar calendar. Wednesday is dedicated to Buddha and therefore an auspicious day that promotes growth, and it is also said you should avoid cutting your nails on Wednesday. However, it has been said this belief also originated from members of the royal family having their hair cut on Wednesdays. Therefore, common people were prohibited to do so. Now, the lottery, as it is all over the world, is very popular in Thailand. But what's special about the Thai lottery is how the people select their numbers. There are no limits to the madness, but there's always a method. Depending on the person, they will look for clues for the lucky number. For example, if it is December, one may choose to buy 5 lottery tickets or use the number 5 in their selection, as the late King's birthday was December 5th. It's also common to hear of lottery players visiting the temple to pray for clues to the winning numbers, or rubbing trees or relics to find a lucky number, even using a vehicle's license plate for the lucky numbers, and of course at times it may well work. Some people believe buying a lottery ticket from a pregnant lottery seller may bring them some extra luck. I have heard it said ghosts can even help predict winning lottery numbers. Also, choosing a mobile phone number is a big deal to Thais, who may even go so far as to see a fortune teller for insight on the best number. Chances are that a fortune teller will include the number 9 in his prophecy, as 9 is generally considered to be lucky. Then there is taking care of spirits around your home. It is commonly believed that spirits or souls who have died and have connections to people still living will linger in the house. In order to take care of these spirits, most houses will have a small spirit house inside or in the yard, where the living can leave daily offerings of flowers, food or drink, or even figurines representing a different sort of gift. Some people believe if they do this, the spirits will protect them, while others do it so the spirits stay out of the house. This tradition of caring for spirit houses is of Buddhist descent, but is practiced by many Thais, regardless of how religious they are. If you build a new house and don't include a spirit house, it will be of no negative consequence to you. However, if you move into a house with a pre-existing spirit house and don't take care of it, you may upset the spirits. Now here's a good one. it's to listen out for the geckos. This one may not affect you much if you live in a Bangkok condo, but if you're living in a quieter rural area, pay attention to the sounds around you when you walk out your front door. If you hear a gecko crying, stay inside. The gecko is warning you if you proceed, a bad incident will happen, so stay home. Then, some Thais believe if a picture of yourself falls off the wall and the glass or frame breaks, you will die soon. Then, there is, when eating noodles, do not cut the noodles, as the longer the noodles, the longer you will live. So now you know the secret to longevity. Then, never say a new baby looks cute, as some Thais believe, which is an old folks' tale. If a baby is called cute, a ghost or someone will try and steal the baby. Furthermore, in Thailand, newborn babies are given a nickname as well as their official name, and throughout their life they will be referred to by their nickname rather than their actual name. This is to confuse ghosts that may prey on the child if their actual name is used. Newborn children often have their heads completely shaved in order that a new growth is thicker and stronger than the first. It is also believed if a pregnant woman attends a funeral, her baby could be haunted by the spirit of a dead person. Furthermore, some say a woman on a period should not go into a temple. How true that is, I don't know. Single women were always told not to sing while cooking, or you will end up with an old husband. Or this came from the fact, if they sing while cooking, they might not be paying attention, thus the rice will burn, because the rice cooker didn't exist back then, or they could accidentally cut themselves with a kitchen knife. Therefore, Thai people use this belief to scare women who fear they would end up with an old husband. In many cultures, rainbows are the symbol of good luck, and it is always fun to see no matter how old you are. However, in Thailand, if you point at a rainbow, your finger will fall off, and this goes for holy images as well. This taboo most probably came from the fact a rainbow will appear only when rain falls. So the adults or parents used to tell children this to prevent them from going outside, as the rain could have made them sick or cold. It was said if you lay down and eat, you will be a snake in your next life. This taboo may have come from the fact adults and parents were afraid if their kids ate while laying down, it can make them choke because the rice or snack might stick in their throats. Then, do not knock your plate while eating, as Thais believe knocking on your plates or bowls when eating is a call for the spirits to join you for a meal. However, the secret is plain and simple, good table manners in my opinion. Parents use this as an excuse to get kids to knock off the habit of making noise at the table while eating. Don't look between your legs. This is a common belief that if you bend down and look between your legs, you will see ghosts. Most of Thai people avoid doing this as they are scared of coming face to face with a ghost. However, this superstition comes from the fact that when you bend down to your knees and your head is turned upside down, it can make you dizzy, faint, or make you tumble and get yourself hurt. Then there is playing hide and seek at night will attract ghosts. This is common in Southeast Asia. Adults would always tell children not to play hide and seek at night. They would say an extra player would join you otherwise. These uninvited guests will use their supernatural abilities to cover you from being found or caught, then take your soul with you to the Neverland. In fact, at night it would have been dangerous for children to play without supervision in the dark. Parents had many concerns, such as their children getting hurt, lost or even kidnapped back in the day. Those who grew up in more rural areas had the risk of encountering dangerous animals as well. Next we have do not sweep dirt out of the front entrance after dark, as it is bad luck and will make all your money go away. Because in the past most people used only oil lamps as their light source, you can't see much with that amount of light. If you swept at night, you might be sweeping away something valuable that had fallen onto the floor. Then again, do not clean away a spider web at night, as you will lose all your money. Because cleaning spider webs at night in the dark again might give you a chance of a spider bite, if you can't see it, whether or not it gets on your body or your clothes. Next, do not open an umbrella in the house. It will make you go bald. Usually because when you come in from the rain outside, you don't want to open a wet umbrella inside. It would get your floor wet. Do not eat food which has dropped onto the floor or ground, as it now belongs to the ghost. I believe this simply comes from adults wanting to scare their children so they wouldn't pick up germs from the ground. We now know how children are. They won't listen to you if you give them a plain explanation, but if there is a little bit of a ghost story in it, you will get their full attention. This is a good one. Do not put valuable things away at night. The ghosts will see and steal it. I believe this may have come due to the fact people get tired at night, especially right before bedtime. When they put things away when they are tired or already half asleep, the chance is they might not remember where they put the stuff when they wake up. I know I do, just ask my wife. Do not keep broken Buddha images in the house. It will cause your family to be separated. This may have come from being a broken object is always harmful, especially when there are children around. They might get cut, they might step on it and hurt themselves. Then, do not tell other people about your bad dreams when you are eating. As you do, it will come true. I think this one is just simply because spending time together at a dining table is a good time and nobody wants to hear about your sad and depressing story while eating. If you have a scratch, an open wound, do not attend a cremation. It will make your scratch infected. In the past, cremations were done in an open space. Chances were high your wound would get infected. You don't want to know what kind of germs are on dead people, as they might have died with some kind of serious illness or disease, and nobody should be exposed to things like that back then. Thais also believe that if a baby is born with a birthmark, that means they have experienced past life. Furthermore, Thais believe that bees are lucky, so they never kill them if they come into their houses. Therefore, if you kill a bee, then you destroy your own luck. So next time you see one buzzing around your living room, just open the window and set it free. Thais also believe if you have a messy kitchen, be prepared to spend a lot of money. That seems like common sense to me. Always keep your kitchen clean to save money. Most of the Thai population grew up believing the superstitions and taboos that they heard were all true. Some still believe this even when they reach adulthood, whilst others often use these to tease their friends. I do believe science, or good old common sense, almost always lies behind superstitions like these. Some people either don't realise that, or they intentionally ignore it. It is my opinion that superstition in Thailand infuses into all of Thai life. Sure, Thailand is a modern country with all its shopping malls, sky trains underground trains, large movie theatres, enormous supermarkets and sophisticated technology. But in thought and in action, Thais are often actually not modern at all, and in fact are the products of a culture of superstition, folk beliefs, or simply blinded by old wives' tales. Yes, once again, in my opinion, superstition in Thailand is rife. However, I am not knocking it, you understand. In fact, I love the superstitions, spirit worship and folk beliefs which Thai people believe in. After all, while Buddhism is still the main religion of Thailand, most Thais actually believe in a mixture of Thai Buddhism, superstition and folk religions, and long may it continue. Once again, it is my opinion, superstition in Thailand is still part of everyday life. Almost every day in my normal life, I experience an example of some of this superstition and folk magic. If you don't believe me, take a look at Thai marketing tactics and their advertisements on mass media or social media. As just one example. Finally, just this, I do remember hearing during the solar eclipse back in 1995 when Thais were told they had to make offerings of 8 black objects to ensure the sun returned. Then the prices of black items such as coffee beans, jewellery with black gemstones, sticky rice and block joss sticks skyrocketed with the increase in demand. Even shortages of black chickens developed in Bangkok, causing the price jump for a plump charcoal coloured bird. One Bangkok market said the demand for black chickens leapt from a dozen or so a day to hundreds per day. Well, I think that is enough on this subject for today. If you do have any questions, just leave me a comment and I shall endeavour to answer them. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, better still subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so to ensure not to miss out on our other videos. So, many thanks for watching and listening. So until my next video, it is a very goodbye from me.